Basically, guys, I did a game review yesterday, or game study. The main things I wanted to get out of that session was my clarity around defense, my defensive role as a flanker, and just my role as a flanker as well. I learned about. What I came across firstly was I'll highlight my role as a flanker. So I moved into the flanker position when I was 18. So I didn't really grow up with it, but I just kind of watched Adi Sabea. Yeah, I watched Adi Sabea and I just thought, okay, easy, and I'm talking about number 7 specifically. Just run the ball and make tackles. Like that's what I just thought it was. But I realized those are like extra add-ons of the main role of a flanker. Let's put an example. So let's say you watch someone like Angus Bell, right? He's good on the field play and stuff like that. And then if you're probably like, oh yeah, I just have to be good like that, run like that and stuff. But if you can't scrum, then you're not a prop. You know what I mean? So if I couldn't, if I can run and do other stuff, but I can't do the things that a flank is meant to be, then I'm not doing my job. And I didn't really realize that. I was focused more on the add-ons of like playing rugby rather than the main role of my position, which I never really studied. And then when I was doing the study yesterday, I realized my goal and my job as a flanker is to kind of be the poacher of the team. So like defensively, I'm either making the tackle or I'm supporting the tackle and slowing down that ruck ball. So our line of defense can set up fast, slow the attack down, or I steal the ball, etc. And I become a breakdown master. So I should be at almost every breakdown and just be real smart about where I should be there. And I never had that mindset before. Mine was just like, oh, I'll get the ball run. So I never consciously thought about that. You've never seen me get pilfers and stuff that much because I don't really think about that stuff. When I should be. That should be my main thinking as a flanker. So that's what I learned yesterday. And then I wanted to figure out my systems around defense. I was talking to my boy LeBron last week, and he was telling me that his flanker in his team, 24 tackles. I think I had 9 in my game, and he's doing shoot shield, 24 tackles. Like, bro, really, bro? That's fucking a lot. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not so much like making the tackles. You can probably make the tackles, right? But it's just like, how do I position myself on defense to get into those positions to either make the tackle or involve myself in that ruck? And it's just predicting the plays and stuff. So I was watching Carl Tizano. He had 34 tackles in his game against the Brumbies in the first match. And then I just started learning more about the flanker position. And I realized like my mindset should be, so let's have a little setup here. Let's say red is defense, and I'm the white player on red. Green is attack. So let's say we have a little ruck here. I just made the tackle. Our boys are setting up. So let's say I just made the tackle here. I come out of this tackle. I should look where they set up, and I should either like fill in for the tackle support here and just slow down that ruck, or let's say he's out here, just fill in for the tackle, like real set up fast and make the tackle myself. But then it's like, okay, well, what should my system be? After I make a tackle, what should I be thinking about? I should heads up and not just like obviously get back in line fast, but just predict where the next breakdown is going to be. I got to show what are some cues to predict where the next breakdown is going to be. Maybe look at let's say this is the halfback. This guy, look at the halfback. If he's looking this way, they're probably going that way. And if I'm over here, I know that the next one's going to be over here, so I can just start running over here, wait for them to get tackled, steal, or it's just really trying to read. I realize it's a lot about predicting where the next one's going to be, next ruck and stuff is going to be. And I was just trying to figure out what cues to look at to do that. And yeah, that was what I was mainly doing. And also just like my system, so I have like a system around the defense. So first it's like look at the ruck. So let's say up here. It's like look at the ruck. All right, can we slow down the ball, etc. So this is like, let's say they made the tackle. You slow down the ball, etc. Let's say answer's no. Okay, answer's no. Now we're into defensive tackle mode, whatever. We look at where the next play is going to be whilst maintaining my position here. He's looking this way, so I know it's going to be there. All right, boom, they pass the ball. This guy goes up, thing. I come. Can I either make the tackle or support, and I'm go like either make the tackle or support that ruck. So he made that tackle, and then I'll support, and that's it. And then we start the system again. Can I slow the ball down, like steal it or whatever? Go again, and just really predict the next line of play. And with every ruck, the intent is to. So I'll make a tier system for my rucks as well. You guys seen the defensive one. So with every ruck, it's slow the ball down to set up good defense and also slow down the attack. And with every tackle, it's how can we slow down the attack with a dominant tackle, holding them up, etc. So that's what I got to really go about. But I think the main thing I learned with all this defensive knowledge stuff was just my role as a 7. I never really realized it. Like, that's my role. You're the poacher. You're the guy that's everywhere and stuff like that. The attack role I kind of got. It's easy. You should make sure you're.
So my mic cuts out here, but I say your connection between the forward and backs should be pretty good. And then on defense, you should be involved in those rucks and on either making the tackle or supporting the tackle, just disturbing those rucks and slowing down the attack. So in this next one, I set up a scrum setup, and I was basically saying that most of my time as a 7, I never really realized the importance of being the inside support line as a defender. I usually just rush the 10 and then kind of doze off when he passes it. But it's all about just supporting every single inside line. So once the 10 passes, boom, I'm on the next inside line, all the way until I get to the edge or wherever the tackle and ruck is made, and I either steal that ball, disturb it, or just reset to get back in line fast. And that's my job as a flanker, but I never really did that.
But that's what I learned yesterday with the game study. Then we look at the study, find what we need to work on, and then we think about trainings that we can do to improve those. So that's what this is my rugby breakdown for my number 7, basically. Hopefully that little thing I did with the whiteboard was making sense. Did I learn anything else? Nah, I don't think so. But let's go.